TrueChat's Studio One tour. I'm excited to show you. Hey everyone, thanks so much for tuning in. Obviously, I'm not in my typical recording space today, so I'm actually at Studio One in the control room here at TrueChat. And I thought it'd be nice to show you the renovation that we've been doing pretty much since last November, so almost a total of a year now that the project was underway, and we just wrapped up. Kind of this stage of the project was the interior. So we're looking to work on the exterior, but that'll probably be next year since we're headed into winter now. And so I'll show you some stuff from before, and then we'll also look at what it looks like now. Okay, so we start the tour off here in the conference room. This is where most people enter the building for now. We finished the interior renovations, and the exterior is going to be a next year project. So they won't actually continue to enter from the conference room. There will be a new entry and reception area built onto the front of the building. From the conference room, we have the hallway that leads to the studio. Also in the hallway, you'll see we'll go past the bathroom and also the equipment storage room. And here we enter the studio. You'll see on the south side to our right is our green screen setup, and we can also set up backdrops there if we don't want to use the green screen. And then on the other side of the studio is the recording setup and the control room. Something to note too that's interesting about our control room is that it is actually on wheels. You can kind of see that it has handles on the sides, and it's actually on wheels, so we can move it to different areas of the room if we want to. And here we step into the control room. Now you'll notice that there's two sets of keyboard and mice, and the reason for that is that you can actually sit two people in here, an engineer and a producer, if you wanted to. Most of the time our producers are also serving as the recording specialist, the audio engineer for the show. So everything on the left side, the mixer and the two screens are kind of dedicated to the recording interface, and then everything on the right side is dedicated to the teleprompter, time, basically things that the host can see outside of the control room, which we'll show you here in a second. For those of you that are more interested in the tech setup, I could do a separate video and kind of talk more in depth about that. I'll just be reviewing some of the basics in this one, just to give people an idea of kind of what we're working with. And we put in a really big window in this control room, so a lot of control room windows are not nearly this large. But because we wanted flexibility, the control room is also a soundproof booth. So for podcasts, it's fine for us to use the setup, obviously, that we have out there, you know, for spoken word and that kind of thing. But if we really needed to isolate all exterior noise and have a really clean sound for something, maybe instrumental recording, and we didn't want to risk reverb or echo, the control room, actually everything in there can be taken out, and then you can set up the recording stuff outside the room and put the, musician or individual recording inside the room. So this is the view from the host seat. You can see that we have two different monitors there for the host to look at on the outside of the control room, both a time display as well as a teleprompter in the middle. So the microphones that we use and that I'm talking on at this moment is the Shure SM7B. For some of you, again, who care more about the audio and the technical setup, I'd be happy to do a separate video and talk just about, why certain equipment was chosen and what exactly all we're working with. And here I'm just showing you the connection to the recording setup. So everything runs through that cord connector on the floor. And here we move into the green room, really, which is just one of the smaller rooms in the building. And we've got a refrigerator, sink, couch, beanbag chair, all of that just for people who are getting ready to go record or who are guests, and they just don't have, a permanent space in the studio anywhere or in our offices to set up. So it works well as a staging area for them. And now we get to the fun part, which is my office. It was the last thing to get done. So most of our team does work remotely. You won't see anybody else's office at this studio location. And that's mainly just because most people that are coming in are strictly recording stuff and then going. We use a cloud storage system, so once something's recorded, everybody can access it no matter where they are. And it's the same reason that my office being renovated was kind of the last thing on the list for our Studio One location here. Don't get me wrong though, I'm super thrilled with the results of the office. All right, so that's TrueChat Studio One. I hope you all enjoyed getting to see kind of the progress that's been made over the past year. If you're interested in me doing a more technical video about some of TrueChat's equipment, what we're using and why, I'd be happy to do so. Just let me know down in the comments below. And I'd like your thoughts on the studio. What do you think? As always, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Justin T. Weller. So please do so. I'm going to start posting updates about when the next videos will come out. So if you follow me there, you'll be able to know before they come out when they're coming out. All right. Well, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.